Alrighty, let's get some reviews going. Alright, let's see. Alright, so before we even get into it, first thing I've got to look at is the team comps. So, I forgot, this is the last control map. So at this point, series is already over. So we've got Hog, Junk, Widow, Kiriko, Lucio. Okay, and it looks like they're running a pretty similar comp to what they had earlier. Zen, Moira, Genji, Ashe, and Sig. So we got some weird comps going on, but at the same time, this was kind of an experimental round for both teams. But I've only got time to get one of these done, so let's get one done. Alright. So, also, when I'm doing this, I want to try to... I don't want to, like, bully the other team, but I also want to give things that'll help them as well. So when you're looking at the rollout, Zen's got a good spot to get a healing orb, but not much for damage. Sig's right there in a good tanking spot. But the other half of the team's over here on this flank. We're getting some crossfire, little Junkrat action, but in general, like, both teams are super spread out. This is a map where you kind of have to. You want to get some type of crossfire from over here. But at the same time, this kind of has me worried across the board. So you got Widow Junk, but Lucio's the only support over here. Meanwhile, Kiriko's way up here. Personally, I would prefer to have Kiriko right out here and Lucio on point, because Kiriko can hit any ability on any of these targets from here and be protected from the enemy team and be able to just blink on over. Whereas right now, it's a bit of a reach. But let's get going. Oh, yeah, Roadhog's getting beat up right now, but that's kind of his job. Merrick, nice jump on the Lucio. Ooh, oh. You know, and at that point, so kill feed, Widow's got both supports. Well done, Blueberry. Not a DPS main. Good job. At that point, the remaining three, you either just got to die or get out. Ashe and Genji could get out. Sigma, he's just toast. And especially on a point like this, just jump in the pit. It'll be a lot easier. But yeah, kind of tries to get out, but still ultimately dead. It would have been much more effective to just get away. Junk got picked off by the Ashe. Ashe, yep, I didn't know that was going to happen, but Ashe, when your team's down like that, you just got to get out. Alright. Next part. After team fights, relocate somewhere. So, Widow did a slight relocate, but not much of one. We'll see how it works. Got these three up here, and Junk coming from spawn. One good thing to think of, if you just get wiped, or think of it this way, if you got a 5v5, and your team gets wiped, but you get 2 kills at the end of the fight, by the time you get back, you'll have your 5. They'll still be down those couple of kills for about 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how far apart they were. So, our Scrim opponents here actually have the spawn advantage right now, just because we're pushing up so far. Let's see. Okay, nice shot on the... So, Zen gets trashed on a little bit, but he's actually a really good Oh, okay. But he's actually a really good counter to Roadhog because of the Discord and just how much raw damage he puts out. But, yeah, in that case, we just had some poor positioning. Yeah, Ashe, at that point, you just got to jump in the pit. Got to get a regroup, because that Widow is just free shooting over there. I'm going to pause real quick and back up like 2 seconds. Yeah. Okay. As far as like value on this shield, instead of shielding it right here, and now don't get me wrong, this is useful against these 3 people. The one who's picking people off is the Widow way back here. So what I would do is I would aim and push this shield all the way back to about here, because that's going to block off both of these corners right here, and not allow Widow to shoot on your team. Another possibility is to shoot it back to like here, because if you put the shield right where my camera is right now, you just actually essentially block off this entire choke point here and allow you to engage on these people without getting extra fire from Widow. Also, if you can like kind of shield off the enemy team like that, you can block incoming heals, such as Kiriko little ticket things or Ana heals, things like that. Oof. Roadhog getting dangerous there. Good speed. Oh, yeah, there. Nice Lucio toggling. Now the question is, does our Widow know anything about this Genji going on over here? So, okay. That right there is a win, because Genji invested movement and time away from the team fight, and Widow didn't die. Oh, and then Widow wins the duel. So yeah. So Genji, if you're going to go on a flank like that, especially against a Widow, you either got to get the kill or die in the fight. Don't run away and then get plinked away. That's Widow's like magic range. Or you're going to go 50 yards that way? Nice and easy. You're going to get up in my face? Widows tend to lose that. Especially if you can get like a well-timed deflect. Oh, it's nice. This one looks to be about over. Let's see if Moira can get a stall. Yep. So, for this map at least, the entire map was decided by the Widowmaker. Widow didn't die at all and got several critical kills, and was really only pressured once. The Genji tried and lost that duel. Especially with Widowmakers, because of how powerful they are, they tend to decide maps like that. Either the Widow's going to carry, or the Widow has to switch. In this case, Widow got the carry. Alright. Looking at... Oh, one second. I'm going to skip ahead. Alright. So looking at the team comps, pretty similar. Running a Brig instead of a Lucio. Interesting pick there. And then a couple changes. Double Sniper along with Zen. And really, with the way he works, Zen functions as a sniper as far as his positioning goes with the Winston. Now, this is going to be interesting. Because Zen Winston can work really well, but he needs a direct healer. Like Zen Lucio or Lucio Brig with Winston just isn't enough healing given the way Winston takes space. Next thing to look at is the rollout. Let's see, double snipers. Okay, so whenever you're running two or more long range players, whether it's double sniper like Ash Widow, Hanzo, nowadays some people might say Sojourn, but this also includes your supports like Zen, Ana, and to a lesser extent Baptiste. You never want to roll out in the same place because all three of these characters are super squishy. Winston or a Diva or a Ball, or in this case a Reinhardt, can just walk into the back line and have a field day. So my recommendation when you do this is like send like a Hanzo, like maybe like an Ash up here, a Hanzo down here, or maybe send Hanzo over here, Ash up here with Zen down the middle. That way you're creating crossfire. It makes it harder for players to take shelter, because coming down the middle, my team can just hide right here. And so let's see what they do. Brig Lucio is going to kind of determine a lot of what Winton Lab does. So yeah, just sitting right there on the point. Some Brig. Oh, yep, I saw that one coming a mile away. So Brig is super squishy nowadays. Can't frontline like that. Well played, Sneaky. And then nice follow-up on that one as well. Yep. Good shots. So Junkrat, as far as this one here, when you're trying to get out, that's a prime opportunity to drop your trap here and come back into this room. Because if you miss and hit a wall, you're going to hit your target. Junkrat in rooms is very much a death trap. So when you're playing ooh, slick on the Kiriko. Let's see if Blue can capitalize on that. Okay, could cancel on the charge. Don't get too far, but did get a little too far. Let's see if the supports can support and get out. Oh, nope. There goes one. Oh, yeah, but no jump out. Rough. Okay, now blue. Let's see. Is this Sojourn getting out? Or is this Sojourn trying to get some charge? Maybe. Let's see how Blueberry's doing. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. Winston's going over here to contest that. Good space making. Oh, and a good primal, too. Just keeping him stuck in there. But there's also a Junkrat in there. Junkrat in a room. Yep. Anytime you're in a closed room, you don't want to be in a closed room with a Junkrat. Alright, so Winston, let's see. Whenever you find yourself low like that, using your jump can actually be a bit of a defensive cooldown. Basically, while you're in the air, depending on the characters that are trying to shoot you, being in the air and falling, that physics trajectory makes it harder for them to hit you. So it's not going to block damage per se, but it's going to reduce accuracy on your opponents shooting at you. That's an okay purple orb, but just kind of feeds a little bit. Does some damage, fun. Oh, rough tire. But yeah, you want to use purple orbs to finish off kills, because then you've got to wait like 10 seconds to have a yellow orb. So let's see. It's a nice dive in, force trance out, but ooh, good ult usage, red team. Oh, Blueberry. I mean, got 2 kills. That's 3 kills. Wow. Nice retake. Okay. Because, yeah, I would not have endorsed that ultimate when you're down. It was 1-5 or 2-5. At the same time, Blueberry also showed that mechanical skill on the last map of being able to confirm eliminations when it's really needed. So that's really that dicey edge, and like, hey, can I use my ult? Okay, that was almost a perfect purple orb, actually confirming the kill instead of just throwing in chip damage. But yeah, if you've got that mechanical skill to get those shots, you can get away with it. But other times, if you don't, it's a bit of a throw. But let's see how primal goes. And I got a Bob problem. This one's fun. I'm liking this. Back and forth. If I remember correctly, red takes this one. Yep. Well done, red squad. And welcome to 2 of our varsity players watching this in Discord. Alright, so similar thing. Let me skip ahead real quick and see where we're at. Alright, teams. Running Reinhardt, Zen. Fun. I like Zen. I'm not sure I like Zen and Kiriko together. Zen and Kiriko work really well when you just got a lot of beef to chunk through. If you've got Mei walls to get through, a problematic Reinhardt or a Roadhog. You can use them to counter snipers, but the problem is that Zen's healing is very low and slow. Kiriko's is higher, but also slow. So it's going to take a while for your team to get heals from both of the projectile supports. Enemy team, Winston, double sniper, Moira, Zen. I get the feeling that this is a comfort pick. I'm not sure. Sim Mei is actually very underrated for this point, just given how the architecture of the roof over the point with the walls works. But let's see how it goes. Okay, hold up. We're going to come back here real quick. We got to talk about this Sim TP. So, Sim TP is really useful, and it's great. If you're going to use it out of spawn to just get that little bit of burst, everybody's got to take it. Because right now it's just used, and now it's on cooldown for the next, I think it's like 12, 15 seconds. Also, for the opposing team with Zenyatta and Hanzo, and they're just raw projectile. And same thing, honestly, with Mei and Zen and Kiriko. Really, both teams should be trying to either get this high ground right on jump, which means you need to get your tanks up here fast to basically just face block or shield, if you can, any incoming damage, because this is one of the strongest points for your projectiles to control, for your long-range hit scans like Widow, Ashe, things like that. You want to get this top point. A lot of people just kind of default and go to this bottom thing down here where I think both teams are going right now. In terms of controlling the team fight, you want to get this high ground. One possible alternate, I would say, is if you're doing a sim strat where you come to the gate and then you TP up top, it gives you the same high ground but at a different spot than people are used to. Another option would be to speed out and TP to this high ground, which again is weird and unique and will throw the team off, but it'll still be high ground. Whereas here, this is a giant bucket that says, hey, shoot me, and the opposing team will. So just a little bit about rollouts on this particular map of Nepal. So, hello, Winston. Oh, good positioning, Winston. Oh, bad positioning, Winston. Went from really good to really bad. You want to stay on that high ground as much as possible. But good getaway. May be in a pain. Good pickoff. I could have swore I saw a Hanzo arrow. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay. Good May wall. Can May finish the eliminations? There you go. There comes Winston, Moira. This is the case where you got to get the Moira first. Let's see what they do. It's 2 damage. Oh, against a damage to tank. Oh! Can they finish it? Good trade. So, Ashe is squishy, but so is Zenyatta, and so is Moira. Yep. Oh, good hold on there. Alright, then at that point, you just gotta swing. Oh, yep, too late. Zen on Zen action. That's nice. Those little monk kicks. Alright, so good cap. Oh, that's been capped for a while. So, pause real quick. Zenyatta's taking up camp over here with some other folks. Personally, just given the way most teams approach this, I like to bring long-range characters over to this corner. A couple reasons. A lot of opponents tend to come through this main door, and it just says, shoot me, so you shoot them. And it gives you a better angle, because just with a little bit of left-right strafe, you can cover a lot of different room over here. Plus, if they dive you, you can retreat to the point, or you can retreat into the room. There's a health pack back here, plus lots of sky covers. Like if you get Farad, there's some room to get away from that too. Plus, you can also, if you come far enough up, you can catch that glimpse of way up here on that top corner to see if you're getting flanked up there. So really the only, like if you've got a strong point hold on this end of it, or conversely, if you've got this map coming over here where blue team's coming right now, if you can hold this really well, it's going to give you a strong opportunity to hold it. The only real way to counter it is to get some high ground action over here and kind of plink down like that. Yep, nice ice wall. It doesn't block any particular damage or split people off or even get an elimination, but it just earned 4% on the point total. Oh, good move, Hanzo. That's 1. So a 1-for-1 trade with the support is good. There's 2 ults countered with 1 trance. Zenyatta, well played. Okay, so ults went 1-for-1. Hanzo went 1-for-1. Let's see how... Ooh, red team's holding it up really well. Can he get the play? Oh, Reinhardt, well played there. Good charge cancel, but also got traded. So lots of trading, and Kiriko's in trouble. Zenyatta's in trouble. Oh, Zen can win this duel. And he does. Way to go, Zen. It's overall good Zen play from both teams. That trance was really good to counteract the Shatter and the Blizzard. I would have held it just a little longer if you could. I couldn't tell how close it was to the blizzard, but overall, really well done on that one. One bit of advice I would give to both teams. I realized this was the end of a 5-game scrim, and the match was already decided by this point. So there was some comfort picking going on, but to focus on target heroes, and I think that's why, at least on the blue team, there's some Widowmaker play going, as well as Zenyatta. But just in general, we'll make sure that we're picking effective heroes. But anyway, that's point 5, and I'll get the other 4 up throughout the course of this long weekend. Have a good one.